Hi, I'm Kathy Zalewski with Realty One Group Peak in Bozeman, Montana.
And I'm Kaila Henry, also a realtor at Realty One Group Peak in Bozeman.
So today this is part three of another rehash of prepping your home for sale. As we've mentioned it in almost every subsequent video since we've been videoing, which is like 60, clearly it's an important thing. And we just want to try and make it easier for you to know what we're talking about and what it should look like, because it is a stressful time, but this is where it really pays off. This is where your house gets sold.
It's probably, to me, the number one thing you can do to, I'm going to say, increase your value, or at least help the perceived value of your home hold up to what you may be asking for.
Right.
It's so important, specifically in our market. I think it's important most times. There's maybe a blip in the Bozeman market where it didn't matter a ton, but really showcasing the best of your home and helping buyers see the value in it and helping your home stand out against what else is on the market, because
Right.
there is competition now.
Yes. And people have choices, which maybe wasn't true 5, 6 years ago when everything was selling, before pictures were even done. But now it is true. Buyers do have choices. They're not making decisions as quickly. There is not a lot of urgency. So they are more receptive to homes that look ready to be occupied by a new owner. Please hear us when we say this is how to do it. So first one was
Deep clean, or no, depersonalize.
no, declutter, depersonalize, and now we're on deep clean.
Yeah.
So while the first stuff will make the second stuff easier, this is
Everything.
please. We both have cleaning companies that we recommend, and we also recommend using them because they're going to do stuff that you haven't even thought about doing.
And I think when you've lived in a home for a long time, it's easy to overlook things because you're just used to it. So everybody does it. It's not a reflection on any one specific person. It really is something where it's easy to just have that nose blindness, or that's, sight blindness
I
sometimes.
have 3 dogs, so nose blindness
Yeah.
is no joke.
Yeah, it just happens. You just kind of get used to it. So it really is important to have a third eye, or, really take a very critical eye of your own. And I'm talking wiping down baseboards, wiping down light switches, cleaning the tops of your chandeliers or any sort of light fixtures and getting rid of any sort of dirt and grime that's on there. Cleaning the top of your cabinets. I know that seems super silly. You got to get kind of everywhere. Wiping down cabinet faces. We could have a list for forever.
For your heat, like your furnace stuff, especially if it's like behind a door, like behind, a lot of times they're behind like the primary bedroom. There'll be a big like return behind that door, and maybe the door is always open, or if it's closed, you're asleep. But I can guarantee you that stuff gets grosser than you think.
You can lift your registers out and throw them in the dishwasher. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Once a year.
Yeah. Even like behind the door hinges where like they just get that black kind of like metal dust, that kind of stuff. I would go as far as like wiping down all your walls. I know that sounds like super laborious. It doesn't have to be. You get one of those weird like
a Swiffer.
Yeah. Yeah. They have them at Home Depot there, and just even to get the dust off, the kitchen cabinets is a big deal because people sometimes don't understand how greasy they get and how much smells
and
get held in grease.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. I think so. One way to think about this is, okay, at this point we're deep cleaning. This is where your house shines. Okay, this is where we get it really sparkly.
And the whole point of making your house shine, keep in mind, I'm going to throw back for just a minute here. Keep in mind, buyers coming into your home are going to probably be touring a couple other homes. So that's why we want your home to shine, because they're going to be comparing them to other homes. And so if we really can make it super glossy, it will stand out.
So kind of the first way to start this, whether you hire a deep cleaner or not, although we would highly recommend hiring a deep cleaner, the surfaces that we want done first are anything frequently touched. We're talking about door handles, kitchen cabinets, the nods on kitchen cabinets.
And like door frames where people are often, using the frame to
Right.
like.
Or your dog is running in and out of the house and leaves whatever that is on like your patio door.
Yeah.
Um, I know that one. So light switches, door handles, kitchen cabinets. What else do I have on here?
Refrigerators, like your refrigerator handles, faucet handles,
Stove, the little knobs on your stove. Um, Also, you had mentioned the other day trash areas, like where your garbage can is. Maybe your garbage can is against the outside of a cabinet. Well, I can guarantee you that cabinet is disgusting. Um,
Yeah.
So take a look at those areas. I definitely think that that's where you start, right? And for your own.
And this to me is also the stage where you are moving some furniture to vacuum behind it and get rid of any dog hair or dust or stuff that's built up. If you haven't moved your couch in, I'm going to say under 6 months, which I mean, I haven't at my house, but I'm not looking to sell, right?
Right.
So most people need to move their furniture and give it a vacuum under there and just start clearing that out because again, it will help your home show so much better, smell great, feel refreshed, and it will also make it that much easier when you're doing your final move out clean.
Right, right. So we went from frequently touched surfaces to rarely touched surfaces. Like all of the, I mean, we're getting at all of it, right? But like, so we have our doors have like a design in them, right? Like they're not just flat old oak doors like from the 80s. Like they have like some kind of, an arch
Etching.
or whatever. That stuff gets wiped. You need to wipe that down because believe it or not, that's dusty. I would even go as far as, the tops of the woodwork around the doors.
Your door trim.
Fans. One of my favorites is like the covers over light bulbs.
Yep.
Right? Like in your bathroom, you've got a vanity and there's like 3 lights, right? And each of those lights has a little
Globe over it or something.
I will guarantee you that is disgusting.
Yeah.
And it's not a reflection on you. The only reason I can say that I guarantee you is because nobody cleans those very frequently. So, clean off all your light switches, clean off in your bathroom, get at that fan. That is a big deal.
Yep.
Also, lots of times bugs will be hanging out in those kind of light fixtures. So if you're hiring a deep cleaner, they will do all this for you. If you're not going to hire a deep cleaner, you still need to do it. You still need to clean all of the light fixtures.
And a deep cleaner, Kathy, I mean, you just had a client hire one. And I mean, what was the rough estimate on deep cleaning? How big is the home? Give us square footage. And
almost 2,700 square feet, 2 stories. Lots of wood blinds. It was over.
That's expensive.
Yeah, it was over $1,000, but they did everything.
And I'm gonna say money well spent because for $1,000, I mean, you can easily get that. I mean, that to me sounds like money well spent because a deep clean takes a long time.
Yep.
And if you don't do it right,
I think there were 2
you'll see
people
them
there
back.
for 11 hours.
Yeah, that's a big clean.
Yeah. And yes, it needed to be done. But yes, today when I went in there for photography, like all those light fixtures that we just talked about were clean. All the fans were clean. The microwave was clean, which is over the stove, which had been not clean. They wiped down the inside of all the kitchen cabinets, which I recommend as well. Because generally speaking, this is all stuff that if you don't hire somebody to do it, you're going to be doing it. And you're going to be doing it when you're exhausted and you're done. And so it might not turn out as good. Now, my people that just did this, the kitchen cabinets are clean. They're literally like 95% moved out. So when it comes to them actually closing day, they'll have to go in and like vacuum and it'll all be done.
Which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great position to be in as a seller that you're just fully focused on where your next steps are because you've done the prep work to set yourself up.
Right. So we talked about frequently touched surfaces, rarely touched surfaces, and now I'll say kind of hit on some maintenance items.
Yeah, so these are things you might not frequently think about, but I think number one, getting the furnace filter.
Yep.
Swapping out your furnace filter. That will be something that an inspector almost always calls out if it hasn't been swapped recently or if it looks slightly dirty. They'll call that out, and it's a good maintenance thing that helps homeowners feel like the person who lived in you, the homeowner, took care of your home.
Right. And they'll be less concerned about maybe some things that do come on the inspection report that are more aesthetic than health or safety. I would also say if you have a water filtration system, change those filters, whether it's or make sure that your water softener is working well or whatever. The reason I say filtration system, at my house we have a filtration system, and if those filters haven't been changed, the water might not have as much water pressure. It might be running a little bit more slowly, and that'll get called out on the inspection. And then they'll ask you, or you'll end up with another plumber coming to inspect it, and just more disruption. So if you can kind of head off some of these things prior, you're going to be in good shape.
I think light bulbs would be another thing that I recommend on that. So not uncommon for a home inspector. If they can't turn a light on, sometimes they will swap out bulbs. Really depends on the inspector and how much time they have and how many light bulbs are out. If they can't get a light bulb on, they're going to say, consult an electrician. They don't know why that light bulb isn't working or why that light fixture isn't working. 99% of the time it's because the light bulb's out. But again, getting ahead of those items, making sure that all of the light bulbs work in your fixtures. And then one of Kathy's big keys that I really love is making sure they all match. So going through, and if you have a yellow light bulb and a white light bulb or maybe some crazy colored light bulbs, buy a huge pack and go through and make sure that all of your light bulbs are the same color. It does wonders for your home.
Right. And by that we mean like temperature. Like, so now they have like daylight, which are kind of more blue, and then you have like soft white, which is kind of more yellow. And then sometimes, but my seller was like, hey, did you know that they have like switches on them so you can pick the color? And I'm like, yeah,
I did know that.
It is going to cost you, because LED bulbs are a little bit more expensive these days, so it's probably like a $50 spend on the average home, but
that's small bananas when you're talking about.
And in my book, that's mandatory, because the photography will look so weird if you've got like, a chandelier with 3 soft white and 2 daylight. Like that's not okay. So we need to fix that.
And it helps your home feel, and again, not that homes, but I'm just going to say, it helps your home feel not dingy, but well lit and well cared for when you really have it all set up. So just a small
that you
tip.
cared enough to have the light bulbs match will matter to a buyer, believe it or not.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Well, I think moving on, I think this is also the time when no more scents in your home. So take out any sort of Glade plugins. Don't cook fish. What else you got, Kathy?
Onions,
curry,
sweat onions, or garlic, or
and we know you still live there. We understand, but do please try and just be mindful that at this stage we're gonna have a photographer come in. The second you tell us that you're cleaned and ready to go, we do need a little bit of time to schedule them, but we'll be planning for this. And then I'm going to say as soon as we get photos back, so within the next 24 to 48 hours, we're probably going to be on the market unless we have discussed otherwise. So start to limit those things and just be very mindful that
and we're not
even
saying
bacon. Bacon smells great when you're cooking it. It smells terrible in
2
4
days
hours
later.
or 2 days later.
I think that it's not for forever. Like, there'll come a point in time when you can say, hey, I want to do this or I want to do that. This right now we're nearly summer here in Bozeman, although it snowed yesterday. But
it's summer.
Maybe grill outside. Like, if you're going to do something like that, cook your bacon on your Blackstone outside instead of in the house. So we're not trying to make it super hard on you, but it makes a big difference. It will feel weird to a buyer. It's like what we talked about. Like when somebody just took a shower and then you're showing the house like 10 minutes later,
into a sauna.
And it's like, oh, somebody was just in there naked. And
it's not what you want to be thinking about.
It's weird, right? We would like it not to be thinking of that. Oh, speaking of which, we did discuss again yesterday. Hey, in terms of beds and stuff like that, fresh linens, the bed properly made. You guys are all looking at ads on Facebook or whatever for, the new Quince bed sheets or what Amazon ladies are hawking. I know, right? But like, there is a way to make your bed where it doesn't look like a 13-year-old boy lives there. I'm not trying to judge anybody, but we are trying to sell a house. And if your bed's still there and you're still living there, you need to make your bed. before every showing. And if your linens look a little grungy, it might be worth investing $50 for new linens or a new bedspread or new quilt or comforter or something like that to just make it look fresh. You're going to be taking it to your new house, so it'll be like new comforter, new house. We're just getting it before you leave.
Or if you love your old stuff, pack it up, box it up, but make it look nice for showings.
Right.
It's that important.
Right.
You definitely want the bedroom to feel, I'm going to say, somewhat luxurious or nice and livable.
Yes.
And fresh bedding really goes a long way in that.
Right. You just want people feeling like they're walking through, the Macy's linen department, not like they're walking into your
Someone's
personal
home.
space.
Which I know you're like, well, they are. We
It's
want to
just
try
a
and
thing.
make it.
I mean, it's a thing. You don't want that to be the distraction that causes a buyer not to write an offer on your house. And one last thing, because we're running a little long again and we wanted to keep these short, but this is a time to go out and like trim bushes that are touching your house.
Great point.
Pick up dog toys in the yard, throw them away.
Pick up dog poop that's in the yard.
Thank you. Pick up dog poop that's in the yard, because you don't want like, oh, the whole family came to look at the house and 3-year-old went in the backyard and now their hands are full of dog poop. No.
Or someone just steps on it. I mean,
and then they're going to walk back through your house.
Yeah. Please clean that up.
Right.
And keep in mind any sort of like leaf debris that get blown in around your home. Sometimes, dusting off any sort of porch furniture or giving it a nice fluff if it needs.
Or pressure washing your front porch isn't a horrible idea. Just giving it a nice, fresh feel. Because again, while we are unlocking the door, the buyers are standing there looking around for cobwebs and bees' nests or whatever. So
I would say the same thing, getting fresh doormats.
Yeah.
That's always something I feel like can often go neglected. Just, again, they're $10-$12 at Target or wherever. Just getting some fresh doormats can make a home feel nice and fresh.
Yeah, so. Absolutely.
Any other specifics, obviously reach out to us. We've got a whole host of lists, and it will depend home to home too, right? So not all of these ideas are super applicable for each home, but they are for most. We tried to keep it pretty general. So please like and subscribe our channels. And as always, if you have questions, you know where to reach us. Or if you have any video recommendations for us, we would love to hear those.
Yep, put them in the comments. We'll get back to you. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.
Bye.